If you have been looking for a one-stop video to learn and master the art of top-down analysis, then this is the teaching for you. In today's video, I'm going to be going straight to the point without any bullshit, talking about how you can be able to apply on a practical standpoint our organized top-down system to make high probability trade opportunities in the Forex market. Also, link is in the description below for you to follow our daily trade updates and signals. Link is down below, and let's get to the video. First thing we do, as you know, is to what? Is to identify the real-time point where price is at. Okay, as soon as this is done, the next thing we want to know is what the entire story that took prices to that point. So what do? We can decide to zoom out and just read the entire story that took prices to that point. Okay, so we decided to zoom out, to read the chart from 1971, right? So from here, we saw prices make all of this push to this level. Then we saw prices go for this very large wave of exhaustion, right? Then we saw prices make a push again. Then we saw prices go for what? Another wave of exhaustion. But this exhaustion now did not have enough momentum to push prices down, which is something that happens very well with the chart, right? Whereby the first wave of exhaustion cannot push prices down because there's not enough momentum. So usually what does prices do? Prices will go back to hit that level again. It can hit it higher. It can hit it, it can hit it at any, at equal level. It can hit it higher, but either or, it will go back again, grab enough momentum and now crash. And that is exactly what price has done here in clear coordinations of lower highs and lower lows. Okay, so now we have been able to read prices from 1971. In 1971, we were all not born, but we are now able to read the prices and understand what prices did all the way in 1971 because what our system is a timeless system. Okay, when you trade structures, it is completely timeless. These are systems that are going to outlive us. Okay, we are going to leave these systems, the summary is what these are timeless systems, right? So now all these are clear bearish structures. So what are we now going to do? We now said that we'll now take this last phase of push. Okay, this last phase of push is what we are now going to take. This last phase of push, and we are now going to read the structures in that last phase of push. And when we now read the structures, we now want to expand the structures. Remember that when we zoomed out, we read them holistically. We read them as a bulk. But right now, we now want to expand the structures, expand these push structures, so that we can be able to, read each and every one of it. Okay. So now taking all of those off, we now decided to read that last wave of push, right? And we now read it as what? Push to this level. Prices came for this wave of exhaustion here. Then after this, price made push to this level. Then what the prices did, it came for the first wave of exhaustion. That was not enough to, it couldn't create that crazy momentum to push prices down. Then went for the second wave of exhaustion that created the clear bearish push to this level. Then what the prices now do, came for what? Another wave of exhaustion again. And we are now confident that price is going to hit a ceiling. It's not going to break above the last lower high because it has been maintaining clear structures of lower highs and lower lows since 1971. So we know that somewhere around there, price will create a lower high. It might even be this exact point that price has gotten to because clearly price has traded above 61.8. So somewhere price is going to hit a ceiling and it's going to crash down, right? In clear continuous coordinations of bearish structures. Okay. So now that we have been able to define that, what else are we now going to do? What we are now going to do is that we are now going to, go ahead and read, zoom in. One thing we know is that overall, right, on GBP USD price is bearish. No doubt about it. It has been bearish since 1971. No doubt, no conversations regarding that. However, we also realize that that these retracement structures, right? These retracement structures are still active. We've not seen a break of these retracement structures. The last higher low of the retracement structures is still is still active, allowing us to know that let me make it slimmer. The last higher low is right there, it's still holding, allowing us to know that that these retracements are the most active structures of prices on the monthly time frame. So price can come, grab another higher low here, push here. It will never trade above this high. Okay, but it can still play around here before break of structure. Now, this is the monthly time frame. That means that this bullish these bullish structures could be like take 7 months of bullish push, right? While you're expecting the fact that, oh, price has traded, you know, at 61.8, oh, it's ready to sell, only for you to realize that prices, is still playing around. It's not ready to sell yet. Until it now hits a ceiling, it now sells, down to create the lower low. We know that, yes, price will overall sell. We know it has been bearish since 1971. We know it will sell. However, we also know that these bullish structures are the most active structures of prices. The bullish structures have been active since 2023, and there has not been a break of that bullish structure. Okay, so these retracements are still the most active structures of prices. So eventually, when we now see a break of structure, then yes, we now know that yes, the bulls are done, that retracement is done, and the bears have now taken over their overall structure. Okay, for example, when I talked about this also, that if price makes push exhaustion here, a break of structure is what allows you to know that the exhaustions are done. Price goes for an exhaustion, a break of structure is what confirms that the exhaustions are done. Okay, so that is very, very important. So what are we now going to do? We are now going to take this high right here as what, as our current most significant high. Why is this high here? Why is this high here not the most significant high? This is because there is no proof that prices will get to this point. Price is supposed to make a lower high. So any new high that prices makes around here, even if it comes up, any new high is the most significant high, because prices is not, prices, there is no proof that price will get to as much as this level. Price is supposed to make a lower high. So anywhere around here is going to be the lower high. So that is why anywhere around here, any new high that price makes around here is my most significant high. Okay, so what are we now going to do? We will now tag this level here as what? As monthly resistance points, and we will now tag this low level here as what? As monthly support. Monthly support. Okay, so, or we can tag it as monthly higher low. Let's use the word higher low. Monthly higher low. Remember that what, at the end of the day, our job is that what, we keep bracketing prices right into range of focus until we see a real-time trade entry opportunity. So how do we bracket prices into range of focus? As you know, from the monthly time frame, we take the last higher low of prices. As you can see, this is the last higher low of prices, and we'll now take the last higher low and take what, the most significant high of prices, and this window is now what, our range of focus. So now we'll now take this range of focus now to the weekly time frame. Okay, and just like we did last time, instead of reading these structures within this range of focus on the weekly time frame, we decided that what, okay, let's read these structures on what, on the daily time frame, so that we can expand them and be able to category put these structures into their respective range of focus. So because of that, we now went to the daily time frame. Okay, so now within this daily time frame, these are our levels and these are our range of focus, right? So within this daily time frame, what did we see within these levels here? Okay, so from here, we saw prices start from here. From here, we saw all of this push, all of this exhaustion here. So after this, we can say, oh, price started, a small structure again, eventually made a smaller one again, if you want to just identify all of those structures. But eventually, price made the biggest structure right here. So because price made the biggest structure here, I know that what this now becomes what, the last higher low of this particular structure circle. A break of this higher low affects all of these structures here. So this now becomes what, the last higher low of that particular structure circle. Okay, so this is the last higher low here of that particular structure circle. So now from here, price started a new structure circle. It made what, push and exhaustion. If you measure the length of this exhaustion, it is shorter than the one behind it, but it is also longer than the one in front of it. So this now becomes what, the last higher low again of this particular structure circle. Yeah, it becomes the last higher low. I'll make a pinpoint. The last higher low of this particular structure circle. Then after price is completed that, well, price now started a new structure circle again, where it made push and exhaustion. So this now becomes what, the last higher low of what, of this particular structure circle. Okay, so now what is the essence of identifying these structure circles, right? We know that and we know the rules of trading structure circles, that a break of a small structure circle does not affect the big structure circle. Okay, so if prices goes and it breaks a small structure circle, it has no business with the big structure circle, right? So if prices makes a move like this, prices pushes up, comes down, makes the push up and breaks structure, it only affects the structures that end here. Okay, it has no business under here. If prices now breaks here, it only affects the structures that end here. It has no business below here. Okay, if prices now breaks this, then yes, it now has access to as much as this level. So remember that we are structural traders, and we trade within the confinement of what, of structure circle. So now we'll now take this level here. This will now be what, the daily HL. Daily HL, this is the monthly resistance point, and this window here is now what, our new what, range of focus. Remember, our goal is to keep bracketing prices into range of focus until we see a real-time trade entry opportunity. So we'll now take that to the 4 hours time frame. What is going on within this, my very beautiful range of focus on the 4 hour time frame? So this is the monthly resistance, this is the daily higher low. So now within this zone, from here, right, we saw prices make push to this level, we saw price make an exhaustion, push to this level, we saw price made an exhaustion, push to this monthly resistance point, and there was a break of structure. Okay, so when this break of structure happened, I remember when we talked about in the class that what, if prices wants to give me the sell, if it wants me to enter the sell, we saw the prices moving up here. We said if it wants us to enter the sell, it must go and give us the discount to 61.8, and we must see a break of the discount. But price did not go to 61.8. Okay, instead prices just went a little, then started crashing. But either or, let's identify our areas of reversal within this structure circle from the low to the high. Okay, one thing is certain, price has kissed the 61.8. So we know that what, price has kissed this level here. So this level here is what 61.8 potential reversal area. Okay, so price has kissed this level. So we know that what, we know that prices might have exhausted, the retracements. However, if we switch to line chart, we'll see that what is still a bit far away. So prices can actually still stretch. It can still stretch down here to to have a bold body movement. It can still stretch down here before eventually, breaking structure, and pushing to the top. Okay. So remember that originally we identified all of these resistance zones, right, as a PRA, resistance to support. But we can see that what prices, we thought that, oh, all of these movements here was prices, probably obeying it. But we can see that price decided to, come back and fully test the 61.8. I remember that 61.8 ends a retracement. Obviously, we know that 61.8 is a zone, so price can actually still trade like this, before breaking structure and, pulling back. But either or, we've identified the PRA. So what is my job right now? My job right now is that what, there is no sell for me again within this range of focus. If prices wants me to sell, it has to close below. It has to break into another structure circle. But within the structure circle, there is no sell for me again. So on GBP USD for this week, we shouldn't be having sell conversations again. The sell has been done by what? By prices hitting the 61.8 PRA. So what we should be doing now is what? Is seeing how we can be able to position ourselves for a buy trade. So now this now takes us to what? To our entry time frame. We know that our entry time frame is the 1 hour time frame. And on our entry time frame, what is going to be our duty? Our duty is now going to be what? Read the entire structures that brought prices down to the 61.8 PRA. And at a break of structure, we know that we are going to buy in the direction of trend. So now what are the entire structures, right? From here, we saw price make push, we saw price make exhaustion. Then we saw price make push to this level again. We saw price make an exhaustion. So let's identify this level here as the last lower high of this particular structure circle. So this is the last lower high of this particular structure circle, right? Then after that, what the prices do? Price started a new structure circle. It made push and exhaustion to this level. Then it made push to this level. It made exhaustion to this level. Then price made push to the 61.8 PRA. So now within this particular structure circle, what are we waiting for? We wait for a break of structure. The last lower high must be broken. So we wait for a break of structure. Okay. So after a break of structure, what are we going to wait for? Because as you know, the break of structure, right, is of a small and not the entire structure circle. Okay, you can see that what? The entire structure circle from here to here, there are two structure circles, right? That's why we separated this by this movements here. You can see the length of this exhaustion here. The length of this exhaustion is very huge. Okay, you can't compare it with all the smaller ones here. So this is separated. So now, if prices now goes ahead and now breaks what this last lower high here. Okay, now the break of structure now is of a small and not the entire structure circle. So what are we going to wait for? We'll wait for a discount. Obviously, discounts is a must, right? But however, instead of buying pinpoint at 61.8, we just because of confidence reasons, just to be sure that this is not a fake out. If you want to buy at 61.8 pinpoint, it's good to go. You can decide to buy at 61.8 pinpoint at discount. However, just to be on the safest side, to be sure that, okay, this is not just a continuation because of what, because the break of structures of a small structure circle, right, and not the entire one. So this should not just be a continuation. So because of that, what is the best way for us to enter this trade? It is to what? It is to read the discount structures and look for a break of structure. So where will I buy to? TP1 at this level I can break even, but this is my full take profit here within this particular structure circle. So this is my take profit, of prices. So this is my first opportunity, and this is the first opportunity that I should be looking forward to on GBP USD for the week. A break of structure, a discount. But instead of buying pinpoint at the discount, if you want to, there's no crime in doing that. However, just to be on the safest side, right? We'll wait for what? We'll wait for the break of the discount structures, just to be on the safest side. And what do? We buy to the highest points, of the broken structure circle. While what at the highest point of rejection here, we can break even, just so that price does not form a double resistance there and crash down. Okay, so that's why we break even here, while these are our take profits. Okay, so this is our trade one for the week. If prices moves fast, right, and wants to offer us a second opportunity, what will it do? It will break above this last lower high. Okay, so break above this last lower high, opening what? A new window of opportunity to this new range of focus. Okay, that's now opened what? A fresh, range of focus. Okay, so it will now be from here to here. So what will I wait for? In that case, I'll just wait for a discount to 61.8. When I see a discount this time around, I don't need to wait for a break of the discount structures, because what? The break of this last lower high is the break of the entire structures that brought prices down to this discount. So I don't need to wait for a break of structure again, of the discounts. I'll just buy pinpoint at 61.8 and ride to the top. So basically, these are our two opportunities for the week on GBP USD. So far, prices decides to offer us, these very, very beautiful opportunities.